Sister, I know some of y'all out there, you know what, no, I need this money. You know what I used to do? I used to go out and party till 3, 4 in the morning. I wish I knew this one way sooner.
This day that God has given me, I'm not gonna waste this joy deep down inside me.
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Demia, aka Life with Jemiah. Today I wanted to give you guys a little sit down chit chat about the realness of being a young entrepreneur, a young hustling entrepreneur, because I know there's a lot of y'all out there who are young, on y'all grind, who done got hooked onto the hustle culture unintentionally, and trust me, I was there. So as your big sister, this is me giving y'all some things that I learned and things that I kind of wish I knew early on. I think when you're younger, you don't really understand the seriousness of being an entrepreneur and the work that truly does come behind it. And so I kind of want to give y'all just a little bit of tips and gems and mistakes that I made, so maybe that y'all don't make the same mistakes, or maybe that y'all just be cautious of those mistakes. One thing that I realized is nobody really talks about the pressure that comes behind hustling at such a young age. Genuinely, you're doing it all. People think that you have it all figured out, or you're just so mature, but really all together you just took your talent and made money off of it, and now that you see potential that comes behind it, you putting some hustle into it, you know what I mean? The first thing I would say about being an entrepreneur is the burnout is real. Hear me, it is real. Turning your talent into an income quite literally changes everything completely. When I say everything, I'm talking mainly about your relationship towards that thing, because honestly sometimes you can stop enjoying it simply because it feels like survival, or it feels like it's something that you have to do. The difference is when you first started it, you actually loved it, but now you're putting money on it, and now it's like something that you feel like you have to constantly do. I hope this camera is focusing really well. So it can kind of get to a point where you feel just overwhelmed by it, or you lose the love for it a little bit, or you don't have that same passion for it how you did before. People really only see the results when it comes to you having your own business, or you being your own boss, or you being an entrepreneur. They never really think about the exhaustion that comes behind it. And one thing that I want to really stress is that rest is so important. If you don't rest, if you don't know how to just pause and breathe, relax, enjoy a day off, you're going to get burnt out and you're not going to love it. One verse that always comes back to my mind when I think about rest is be still and know that I am God, Psalms 46:10. And the reason I always come back to this is because a lot of times we can become very self-reliant, that we feel like we can't rest because if we don't, then something won't get handled, or we won't have what we need for something. But all in all, we have to trust and know that God is going to show up and be the God that we know him to be. I'm literally learning how to just enjoy my time off of work, because back then when you was hustling, sister, I know some of y'all out there then had an off day and be like, you know what, no, I need this money. No, sometimes you need to actually sit down and rest. The second thing that I had to learn on my walk of being a young entrepreneur is time management is everything. Time management is everything. When I tell you I'm still working on time management till this day, I say that time management is one of the most important things that you're going to have to learn when it comes to being a business person, when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Sometimes time management looks like missing out on certain things. You're on a different path than your friends, and I think that's okay. When I was younger, I didn't know how to say no. You know what I used to do? I used to go out and party till 3, 4 in the morning, come home, and then try to shake back before my head the next day. But it's like, no, that was so unhealthy. One, two, I'm not able to perform how my client needs me to. It was just so unprofessional altogether. And for the clients who are still here and stuck it out with me, I appreciate you. I love you so much. But anyways, we're not going to get all gushy-mushy on y'all. But once you decide that you want to take yourself and your business and your dream and your plan serious, you're going to have to start compromising. Some things you're going to have to say adios to. The parties, they're going to be there. The boys, they're going to be there. The ladies, they're going to be there. But what they're not going to do is help you get to the goal that you're trying to reach. If anything, they're going to hinder you. They're going to slow you down. They're going to take you off track. Another thing with time management is learning how to schedule your days off. You're going to have to come up with a plan, with a schedule that fits your day-to-day activities. I'm still working on that. Usually Sundays or every day at the end of the night, I'll try to make out what I need to do or my task for the next day. Once you get a routine, things start moving smoothly. If you don't have a routine in your personal life, you sure ain't gonna be able to have a routine in your business life. And trust me, I tried it. And also with scheduling and time management, pace yourself. You're not going to be able to get things done in one sitting. Whether you spend 1 hour on it, let you spend that hour on it and move on to the next thing. Being disorganized can make entrepreneurship so much harder than what it has to be. A routine will be your best friend. Ask Jesus to help you. Jesus, I need help. I'm not good with time management, but I want to do better. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be sluggish. I don't want to hyperfixate on certain things. So God, guide me. God, open my eyes to the things that I need to focus on. Invite the Lord into these tiny little spaces, because I swear it will make a big difference. Yo, when I say I wish I knew this one way sooner, financial literacy matters way more than people think. Making money and managing money are two different skills, baby. You can make money and still be broke. If you do not have the financial literacy to manage your money, then you're already broke before you spend it. It's important to educate yourself on investing, reinvesting, expenses, learn about credit and business credit. Ecclesiastes 9:16 says wisdom is better than strength. Sharing these little nuggets with you because I'm hoping that once you finish this video that you go and that you educate yourself on these things, because if you plan on taking your business serious and taking it to the next level and making it your career, you need to learn these things. You need to soak this knowledge in. Let your brain be a sponge. If you go on this blindly, you can make a lot of mistakes. Like when I was younger, I didn't know anything about reinvesting. I didn't know anything about expenses, profit, revenue, saving, Roth IRAs. I didn't know anything about anything. And I would highly recommend seeking out a mentor, someone who can guide you, someone who knows the ropes of entrepreneurship. When I was really, really young, I was touching a lot of money. I didn't have bills. I was in high school. I was young, living my life, no financial literacy. Your money should have an assignment, a job. Yes, save, but make sure that you're not saving in a regular savings account. Make sure you're using a high yield saving account. That way you're able to build your money with it just sitting there, versus a regular savings account is just sitting there. The next thing that I learned is that marketing is going to help keep yourself and your business relevant. I did start a hair page on TikTok because it's kind of like an online portfolio. And even with marketing on social media, I'm going to be honest, sometimes it will drive in the views. You can go viral, but it probably won't drive in the bookings. Learning how to market, learning about branding, all of these things are very important when you're trying to grow and scale your business. Even in that, I still want to say that posting consistently does matter. Even if it's not driving any conversion yet, if you stay consistent, you will grow. I'll be seeing all these TikTokers or these YouTubers or business people in general. Do you think they started where they are? Do you think they started out a millionaire? Do you think they started out a billionaire? Do you think that they started out knowing how to do every little thing? No. That's where faith comes in. When you step into something, you're always going to be uncertain about something, but you're either going to step into that uncertainty or you're going to step back from that uncertainty and you're going to stay where you were. That had nothing to do with marketing, but I'm honestly just building connections with my followers, and I think that that's something that's very important. Showing your personality, showing them who you are. You can watch all the videos in the world and you can read all the books in the world, but if you don't apply yourself, if you don't put in the work, it's like a waste of time. Yeah, I'm over here leaning back. I'm comfortable. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Another thing I learned is scaling your business is way harder than starting your business. I'm getting hot, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta take this off. With scaling comes a lot. You have to learn about policy, what system works best for your business, raising your prices, knowing your worth. You have to start avoiding overworking yourself, which a lot of the times you will find yourself, especially in the earlier stage, overworking yourself. On down the line, you will realize that you cannot do all of this by yourself. It's doable, but Is it easy? No. Would it be healthy? No, because you have personal life to balance. And now I'm just kind of talking more advanced stuff because I'm not even there yet. I'm still running my own business, but these are things that I'm also learning as well. Scaling your business can be hard. The main thing behind it is consistency and also learning strategy. It really does come back to strategy, because if you don't have a foundation behind your business, it's going to crumble like a cookie. So planning is very important. The last thing that I want to give to you guys that I learned at a young age as a young hustler: hustling young can feel lonely. You could feel like you're missing out on something because your friends are out partying, but you're at home working on your business or at home resting. You can also have this pressure that you feel like you need to make it, or that you feel like you're in such a rush because you're comparing yourself to online people. It's very important that you don't compare yourself because everybody's journey is different. You really have to learn how to fall in love with the process and not the results, because in the process is when you get crushed and turned, when you build endurance, when you build character, when you learn things and unlearn things. So always remind yourself that yes, they are successful, but they also went through a crushing. They went through things, they learned things, they unlearned things, they went through trial and error. It's all a part of the process. So fall in love with the process before you think about falling in love with the result. You know how I said earlier in the video, a lot of times they think because we're older that we have such a older, mature mindset, and sometimes we can feel like we're a lot more mature or a lot more mature mentally because of such big responsibilities, right? Having a business, running a business, comes with a big responsibility, and it's not an easy load. And sometimes it can feel like, dang, I wish I could do what they're doing and not have this big responsibility on my back. But some people are built for that lifestyle and some people aren't. And you're built for that lifestyle. If you're watching this video right now and you have that plan, that dream that's brewing up inside of you that you're building brick by brick, you are built for that lifestyle. It's only a mind thing, I promise you, and you're not missing out on anything. Another thing that many of y'all can experience is your friends not understanding your priorities. And I'm not saying don't hang out and enjoy yourself. Of course, that's part of the rest. But I also want to touch on how sometimes it will feel like your friends don't understand why you can't hang for hours on end, because you're focused more in on your future and your business and building. And I think that that is okay. But honestly, being an entrepreneur, a young hustler, is hard. It's not easy. And so I just want to applaud you from across this screen. Even if you aren't an entrepreneur yet, but you're thinking about it, even the thought, the dream, it can happen. Just write it down, trust God, and know that it is a process. Oh my goodness, it's a process, guys. Don't rush the process. You know, and sometimes I have to remind myself that as well. Now, 15 years ago, I didn't know anything about, and you know, we listen and we don't judge. I didn't know anything about credit. I didn't know anything about business credit. I didn't know anything about scaling, marketing, financial literacy, savings. I didn't know anything about any of that. All in all, I wouldn't change my personal journey for anything in the world, because it taught me things to do and things not to do. And it's been a hard journey, but it's something that's been beautiful. And I know in the long run the vision that I have. So let me be an encourager to you. Girl, boy, you got this. Bye-bye. Yeah, but I did make this video because I think young entrepreneurs out there do deserve to know the truth and the realness behind being an entrepreneur, a young hustler, because it's not easy. And a lot of the times you only see the aesthetic side of things, like, oh, I got this beautiful house, or oh, I got this big nice apartment and I'm going on a non-spending budget, and all of the freedom things, with those are great things, don't get me wrong. But I also wanted to share just a little deep insight of what comes behind it, because it's not all cookies and creams, which anything you want is never going to be cookies and cream. I hope that this video was super helpful. I wish that I had a video like this to watch when I was in the 7th grade starting a braiding business, because at the time it really wasn't a braiding business. But I wish I knew these things at a young age. I wish that I wasn't scared about learning about these things. It made me a little nervous, a little anxious, because I was never introduced to these things. No one ever talked to me about these things. And so I want to be that big sister for you to tell you and teach you these things. This video was kind of all over the place. I'm still getting used to sitting down and just talking straight to the camera. I'm super excited to drop this for y'all. If y'all have any questions, please drop them in the comments. If y'all have any YouTube video ideas, anything that y'all want to see, drop that in the comment as well, because I'm always open to suggestions and trying to deliver the video as best to the best of my ability for y'all. I will see you guys in the next video. I pray that you have a good day, a good night, a good morning, whatever time you're watching this. Actually, drop what time you're seeing this video in the comments. I pray that you include God in your day some way, somehow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.